So the Toronto Raptors have had fun. They got a championship out of this. They had Kawhi for 1 year. Masai Ujiri, I think if you asked him again, would he trade DeMar DeRozan for the franchise's first championship? I think if you asked him over and over again, he'd say, yes, I would do that. It brought a championship to the country, Canada, and it brought it to Toronto specifically. You had to make that deal. DeMar DeRozan, it wasn't working out with him and Kyle Lowry. They were never going to get over that hump. You trade DeMar, you go get Kawhi, and you got a ring out of it. You beat up on a pretty depleted Golden State Warriors team that just didn't have luck on their side this year. You get the last meeting with Kawhi Leonard. You go in, you pitch everything you got. You bring Drake in, the ambassador. You know, the city is out, literally letting Kawhi know how much they love him. He brought a championship to you guys in 1 year. He worked his ass off, gave everything he had on the basketball court. A lot of people don't understand this, but Kawhi was banged up towards the end of the year. And I know he sat out like 25 games, but he was really banged up towards the end of that year. But you still get a championship out of this, Toronto. Nothing to be ashamed of. Unfortunately, I just don't believe guys want to live in Toronto. I learned something new about the NBA's relationship with the Toronto Raptors. I did not realize for 41 games, that's every home game that you play in Toronto when you're an NBA player. I didn't realize you get taxed differently because technically you're an employee in Canada, not the United States. I didn't realize that. That would piss me off. Look, you pretty much penalizing me because I play for a team. They wanted me. Like, what type of mess is that? Also, I heard their cable is different in Toronto, obviously. Also, to talk on the phone is different. Like, and this was a Los Angeles kid. This was a guy from a Southern California kid. He grew up a Laker fan. He wanted to play in that building, right? So he's going to get to play in Staples Center just as a Clipper. I think the Raptors have nothing to be ashamed of. Like I said, if you lose in the finals to the Warriors, that's one thing. You got your ring out of this. You got a finals MVP out of this. And now he's moving on to that next phase in life. He never wanted to be a Toronto Raptor. But give him credit for buying in for 1 year and doing something that a lot of guys that came before him, a la the Vince Carters of the world, the Tracy McGrady's of the world, the Chris Boshes of the world, the DeMar DeRozans of the world. He did something that all those guys could never do, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. You got a damn championship out of this. Congrats, Toronto. You live to fight another day. And let's call a spade a spade. We'll never know where Kawhi Leonard would have went between the Lakers and the Raptors had the Clippers not been able to pull off this mega trade and land Paul George. Like, damn, I get to go to Los Angeles, and I don't got to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis and be third fiddle, and I got another all-star forward at my disposal. They got the money to sign me. I like their coach. I like their owner. He's progressive. I don't think the Raptors have anything to be ashamed of. You were fighting a bad fight. Dude bought a $10-20 million home in close to his hometown, close to Los Angeles. He wanted to be near his home. The reality of the situation. Sorry, Drake. That new album about to be fire. And I want at least 6 tracks about Kawhi Leonard. Congratulations to the Raptors. You got a ring. Congrats to Kawhi on making the decision for the next phase of his life. It won't be the Toronto Raptors. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Taliaferro.
Mr. Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.